the underground. Make madness your ritual.
What is going on, folks? How's it going? It looks like we got 7 people in the chat room here. I am here solo. Just wanted to say what's crack-a-lackin', kind of give a update on what was going on. I actually was planning on doing a live stream yesterday with Will Maravellis, which is now been pushed back till next Friday. So if you're available next Friday, I'm going to do an interview with Will Maravellis and kind of see what's going on with him in the 1459 studios. How things are going with him. I know that him and Dave Rabin got some things going on as far as recording live and doing some recording and video stuff for the bands to release at their discretion, obviously. But I kind of wanted to give an update of what happened this past week and why I didn't go live. I haven't been posting any tie-dyes either. So like Tuesday night or something, one of my friends had put a picture up of some tattoo work that he had done on his side piece. And he's a skinny dude. I didn't even think about it. I started fat shaming him because he's gained a little weight in the last couple of years. But I was making jokes and got flagged for bullying, apparently, because a guy who weighs like 175 pounds soaking wet can't be called a fatty or any tubby 2x4. I don't know. I made a bunch of stupid jokes towards him, and I got tagged right away early, them calling me a bully, which I thought was hilarious because the person that I did make fun of is one of the biggest jackasses on Facebook anyway, who has been thrown in Facebook jail several times. So I thought it was kind of silly. And then I think it was Wednesday night, I saw in my feed someone talking about one of their friends passing away from an accidental heroin overdose. Well, I mean, they're doing heroin, obviously. It's not really that accidental if you're doing a drug that's gonna possibly stop your heart, or you get a dose of fentanyl or whatever the fuck it is. Anyway, so I was planning on doing a live stream with Will Maravellis on yesterday, and so I got flagged on Wednesday night and a 3-day ban for saying don't shoot drugs, shoot heroin dealers. And they didn't like that, so they put me on a 3-day ban, which is insane because if you think about it, you can talk about doing dope, you can talk about smacking people around, you can talk about all this fucking shit, and you don't get flagged for it, or you don't get kicked off of Facebook for 3 days. And I did, and it was, Andy says, yeah, people need to lighten up. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. But so I got tagged on Wednesday night, and they put me in a 3-day ban. Well, I was like, what the fuck, man? And I realized that I rely on Facebook so much, not only just to keep contact with my friends and keep contact with people buying tie-dyes and whatnot and metal and all this other stuff, but I rely on that fucking site way, way too much. And I have multiple accounts, so I have one under my personal account, which is what I'm running the live stream on right now, but I also have my shutter ritual for my photography. I have ritual stitches for my patches and my tie-dyes, and I also have Ritual Madness Podcast on YouTube that I upload, or put these videos that I'm doing with these last couple that I've done onto that website, plus my own personal website at ritualmadnesspodcast.com. But I rely on Facebook so much to talk to people, right, since this whole COVID thing. And I want to thank everybody for the last video that I did with Chris Stark. I had over 600, almost 700 views on just that video. And I don't know, if you tap in for a second and you watch this guy's talking about a bunch of dumb shit. But it did register, and there was like, close to 700 views. And I want to say thank you very much for that, which also made me think, holy shit, this is kind of like a hub. Facebook is something you have on your phone most of the time. You're scrolling through and you see somebody do a live stream. You want to pop in and say hello and see what they're up to, or see what they're talking about. So it is like essential for me to be on Facebook as of right now. So what I was thinking is I'm probably going to do a few more of these live streams and have some guests on and maybe do some Zoom calls. I worked on some Zoom stuff this week to try to get the video and the audio to work properly. What I'm really trying to do is I'm probably going to do some Zoom calls and is comfortable if people want to come in the studio and possibly do an interview. Unfortunately, with this studio compared to my other one, I can only do a couple guests at a time, so that's kind of tough for bands. You're gonna have to send your best guys to come in and talk. And I know a lot of times, it's usually 2 or 3 people in a band that are really doing most of the gabbing, but when you have a band dynamic and you have people in here talking, it's like these guys are making music together and they connect so well together, so they work off of each other. So if one's telling a joke, the other one gets it, and maybe I won't get it, but it goes around the room real well. With the new studio compared to the old one, I'll only have a couple people able to come in, but we will also want to we'll also be able to take calls from people too, I believe, when we're doing, or we may have to separate it to where I can have Zoom people multiple people call in from Zoom and have a couple people in the studio, so it'll be like a half and half thing. But here's the thing, and Andy's saying here, I want to get away from Facebook. I would rather use Instagram and maybe Zoom. And yeah, that's fantastic, man. And so I'd been talking to, like I said in the last video, I was talking to a friend who does a lot of Twitch streaming, and she was saying that you can play music live on Twitch, which I love. Love you too, brother. Which I love. You can play live music and they won't interrupt your stream, which is great, which would be really cool to get it out on a live basis. If you can connect your people from whatever, if they can come from your sites to Twitch to see you play or to see you do your live stream. The thing is that it's so difficult to get, and this is why Facebook is so awesome for this live stream, is because people are always scrolling through it on their phones, and they see it. They might stop in, they might say what's up, and they'll say in the chat what's happening and stuff, and it's awesome. It's great to interact. And I've also seen Jared Singer do some stuff on YouTube where people are interacting with him, and the one he did with Reaping Asmodea just last I think it's 2 podcasts now, but just recently, I believe it was earlier this week. Their podcast, there was a lot of people interacting, and I really love the fact that people are interacting. But I rely on this site so much, and I'm such a jokester and such a goofball that this site is now starting to not be able to tolerate my bullshit, so they're booting me, and I got a 3-day ban, which messed up my tie-dye stuff for the week, and then it messed up my stuff for the live stream yesterday, which is, I couldn't post on any of my sites. I actually went, and this is something I don't know if you guys have recognized this. Any of you have gone to, or are very opinionated or loudmouth like me, and have gone and said something on somebody's post, and then you get a ban. You make another account and you come back on that account. Well, what I'm thinking that Facebook has done now is, I know back in the day with the local, there's a local like chat area, and I can't remember what the hell it was called because I got banned from it for doing the same thing. And they started figuring out that you will your IP address. So they just block your IP address, and if you don't have, what the hell are they called? It's like a scrambler, basically, an IP hider. So it bounces you all over your IP address all over the place. So you can actually, say you're from, it'll shoot you to Europe and then come back, and it'll just keep bouncing you all over the place. So anyway, they got hip to that. And when I went to my other account, which I connected my Hexagon Chilton account to my Ritual Madness stuff, my Ritual Stitches stuff, all the pages that I run off of Facebook, I had the Hexagon connected to it as well. Well, I just got a new phone, so I added those accounts to it to see if I could switch accounts and actually still be in touch with you guys and still run the live cast on the Ritual Madness podcast page on Facebook. Well, turns out they're hip to it now. You can't even change. It just says you're restricted. So I ended up getting restricted from both of my accounts for 3 days, and it really fucked me over bad. Because again, I wasn't able to post my artwork. I wasn't able to post anything or help promote anything. There were a lot of things going on, people talking, and and it just screwed me. So what I think I'm going to do is probably do about maybe 10 shows, 10 live ones here, and then try to get everybody to come over to the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, do me a favor, go to Ritual Madness Podcast on YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got 61 subs right now, and honestly, I'm going to keep doing, like right now, I'm recording the audio. When I did the last one with Chris Stark, I didn't record the audio, so I could just, mix it down and put it on my audio feed as well. So I have audio and video both. What I loved about the video, or what the audio that I was doing before with the video, and I just had so many glitches with OBS and using my cameras. I didn't have it set up right. There were things that were lagging and dropping while I was trying to record, and it just really was frustrating. So I would have all the audio with the music, so you could actually listen to the podcast on iTunes or Stitcher in its entirety. But when I went to edit back down to YouTube, YouTube messes with you because of the music copyright. So if I played Bad Brains, they would mute the Bad Brains and then turn you back on when you're talking, or they would just mute your whole stream, which really kind of screws you because you're trying to get out content to people. So what I was doing in the beginning was doing the audio and then going back to the video and editing and having these changers in the production of OBS, so you guys would see me switch screens. But after a while, when you get into a conversation with someone, you're having a conversation and you're talking, you get into the vibe of having a conversation with them, and you forget about changing the screens. And for me, it was a cue to that's where I would edit it from, and then I would be able to edit out the music and then go back and throw it into YouTube, and that's how people would see the YouTube video minus the music. Now I seen Natanic do his vlog or podcast on YouTube, and he's doing all unsigned bands, which I've run into problems with my own band Outside the Murder because we went through CD Baby to do this, and they flagged it as far as me trying to monetize my own music, which was fucking bullshit because I was trying to just play my own music and have an interview with my guys, and we had to go back to CD Baby and take that off of there, which, and again, it cuts your legs off in certain situations because a lot of platforms don't want to intermingle with each other. Now, from what I'm seeing so far, Facebook is having kind of a problem with you posting your stuff to leave their site. They don't want to. They don't want to have you leave their site to go some other thing, go to some other deal. I'm sorry, I'm a little back up on the chat here. Hi Ryan, how are you, buddy? Mike Bloodfist, brother. I was meaning to get your T-shirts out this week. I ordered some mailer bags from Amazon, but I ordered some photo lights, some more lights for the room, and it backed the bags back up. So I'm behind on sending things out. So I'm gonna Tuesday of this coming week. I've got all my orders done. I'm working on a big thing for Sweet Addiction right now. So I do have everybody's order ready to go. I just have to get my mailer bags, which will be here Monday, so I'll be able to send them out on Tuesday. Hope that doesn't piss you guys off very much. I do have all the orders that I had going. I know that Jeff had one, Mike Bloodfist had one. I sent out, I've got 6 shirts to send off. And I wanted to tell you guys this as well. I am looking to do, I don't know if you guys seen it or not. I did a large 58 by 58 tapestry of a big mandala. It's turquoise, blue, purple, and black. What I want to do is I want to get some people to come into the chat room, and I may do 10 shows on Facebook and leave it on Facebook. Yes, it was musicscene.org. That was it. I got banned from that site. Anyway, so what I want to do is I want to do 10 shows, and I want to have people go to YouTube and subscribe to it. So every time I go live on YouTube, you can get notifications that will tell you that we're going live. You can come join us. It'll be interactive like the Facebook here. I really enjoy. Hey Tanya, how's it going? What's up, Gust? I really enjoy being able to see Dan Atkins says VPN. You're right about that. So I really enjoy being able to interact with you guys and talk to you guys and see that you're in here with me and talk to me. So if you go to YouTube and sub, there it is. Jeff just put it in the chat room there, and you can go there and give me a sub. I had 61 subs just as of today, and had and Mikey Doling from Snots in the chat room. Hey Mikey, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I did a podcast with Mikey too. If you're interested in going to check that out, that's at ritualmanispodcast.com. So what I want to do is I want to give away that tapestry. I want to give away that 58 by 58 tapestry. I want people to enjoy the artwork that I have, and I may do some giveaways with T-shirts as well. If there's designs that I do that people like in it, the people, I want to do like a raffle, or, if somebody wants to donate, maybe every month I can do a donation thing where we can do donations to a charity. I would love to do that. That would be fantastic. Since we can't get out and have like our NYDM club thing, we didn't do our Toys for Tots this year. I would love to do something for kids. I would love to do something. My daughter has epilepsy. Two of my daughters have epilepsy. So I would like to do an epilepsy thing in November. I would like to do a diabetic thing of some sort some giveaways with the tie-dyes, some donations from people if they want to send some stuff to Ritual Madness Podcast and donate. I would love to do some stuff like that, so I'm giving back as we're like taking it in. People are coming to enjoy, but again, I only want to do so many shows here on Facebook. I want to try Twitch, I think. What's up, Mike? How's it going, buddy? Michael Barrett. I hope your baby girl's doing good, buddy. Yeah, fuck cancer. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it breaks my heart too, Stark. I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. We've done this, what, 9 years now, Stark? I'm not even positive. I would really love to give away some of these. I bought 7 tapestries that I'm going to do. I did my first one. I showed it to my daughter. She freaked out. She wanted to have one herself. I may do some shirt giveaways. I may do some tutorial stuff if people are interested in it. What's up, Maddie? I would love to do some donations and try to maybe get some food shelf stuff going. I don't know. I'm not really sure what. I'm open to ideas, but again, I want to do maybe 10 more shows on this platform and then move it over to YouTube. Yes, YouTube is like strict for the most part. They won't let you do things, but again, I saw Natanic doing some stuff with unsigned bands, and we'll have to sign some waivers or something to have their music on here. But I would really love to continue to do the music stuff. I would really love to do the interviews and have people come in. It would be fantastic. And again, I would like to give away some of my artwork as well, as you know what I mean, because you guys have been so good to me with the artwork stuff. People are really eating this tie-dye stuff up, and I really appreciate it so much. It did help us through Christmas with this whole pandemic shit, and getting all of our stuff taken care of. So I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know there's been a solid 10 to 13 people in the chat room, and people are interacting as well. Like I said, it was nonsense, man. I got thrown into a 3-day ban on Facebook, and I realized that, man, I really rely on this site entirely too much because I'm such a jokester, and that I make so many stupid jokes or remarks on people's stuff, and I'll bombard you with stupid memes and whatnot. And it's really difficult because if they just cut your legs off, man, and you're stuck. Because if I did the interview on YouTube, it'd still be up there, and I'd be able to share it when I was back on Facebook, and that's fine. But I really love the interaction of people in the chat room and talking to, I just, someone said, let me see here. Somebody just sent me a direct message here. I have the same mic. What software do you use for video and audio? Okay. So if you want to know stuff like that, I learned all this stuff via YouTube. So what I do is Open Broadcasting Software, OBS, is a free thing that gives you all of the ability to put more production in your live stream. So technically, you can go live on your cell phone, and it gives you a great video from your video camera, and you can see. So basically what I do, and what I started doing with live streaming to begin with, my first few vlog videos was just to answer your question real quick, Veronica, is just a little tripod. I got a little extendo tripod deal, right? And it has a little handle thing with the button that you can push record on. So you put it on your tripod and you set it down, and you flip your phone towards you so you can see the feed, what you're saying and the camera angle and view, and with the little remote you just start it up and go. That's how I started with it. With the OBS software, you can really run things. I have a board, so I run my board into my computer, which a lot of people use. I know Jared and I were talking about this today. Excuse me. About using a converter for digital stream. So basically, you're taking your analog from your board and moving it into interface stream, and it changes it to a digital signal, which goes into your computer. And so you have more of so I have multiple monitors. I have my laptop here, which runs the OBS, but then I shift it to another monitor so I can monitor the chat of what you guys are saying in the chat, so I can see it in multiple things. And if you were watching the one with Stark, it sits just high enough to where if I start the thing going on here, yeah, you can use a hybrid board as well. I'm just explaining it to Veronica because she asked about it. So I have multiple webcams. I have different angles. You can see this one is my camera plus a guest camera, which covers the other side of the table. And I don't know if you can. There's my hand is just right across the table. So that's what I have, and the OBS allows you to set these scenes up and allows you to set, and you can have these overlays and like the smoke thing, and I have my startup screen, and then I won't give a shout out to Anti-Broadcasting since I'm doing this anyways. If you guys are looking for screen printing stuff, Anti-Broadcasting Incorporated is a fine screen printing establishment here in the Twin Cities. They're over there in Brooklyn Park. They're fantastic people. They've done a ton of shirts for local bands around here, a ton of businesses. The business that I work for, the construction company, they've done all of their vests. They've done all of their jackets. They have done a shit ton of screen printing for folks around town. They've done drum heads. They've done all kinds of really cool stuff. They're great guys. Hit them up on the screen. You can see it antibroadcasting@gmail.com. You can hit them up for a quote there, or you can call them 612-836-9488. These are fantastic guys. Give Chris and Ben a shout. They have great turnaround, and they can send you options of what types of stuff you're looking for as far as shirts, long sleeves, hoodies. They'll give you a large selection of stuff that you want to do. And like I said, they did high vis yellow for my work my construction company that I work for. They've done all of their stuff. So hit them up, antibroadcasting at gmail.com, 612-836-9488. Fantastic people. But Veronica, this is basically what it is. I use this because I can use multiple scenes and add to it. Like this one, Lowbrow Saints Tattoo Collective in Minneapolis. I believe it is off of Minnehaha and 35th. It is, let me see here, 612-353-4755, lowbrowsaints@gmail. That's my brother Jason's tattoo shop. Fantastic people over there. I know Anna's there, and I'm all over the place right now because I'm so frustrated that I got booted from Facebook for 3 days, and it just kind of screwed everything up. Now, question for you guys: as I was switching those scenes, did the sound change at all? Did anybody hear the sound change? Did it drop down and come back up again? Can anybody answer that for me? Post the most current link to where you're going to post your cast. I'll share it on Grindr. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm on Growler now. I'm more into the hairy men stuff. The sound did dip. It's echoing. Yes, echo. Is it echoing right now? Double voice, most currently to where you're going. So it's echoing right now. That's fucked up. I can't hear it at all. I don't know what the deal is. I did shift some stuff. So I mean, is the sound bad right now? No, it's not bad right now. Is it echoing right now as I'm talking? Jamie says she doesn't know it. Only when I switched the screens it did, huh? Okay. Yeah, there's something in there that I have to work out when I switch the screens. So if I go to this, does it change the sound of it right now when I switched? Did it change at all when it switched over? I'm still sounds good. Okay. All right. Well, as long as it didn't shift like it did last time, because it kept doing that when you did the smoke, but you're good. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. All right, cool. All right, so that's basically what I was gonna tell you, Veronica, is the SM7B that I'm using is one of the most fantastic mics that I've ever used. I actually sang, not this mic particularly, but the first time I used one of these SM7Bs was from Prince's studio, Paisley Park. I'm not sure which albums he recorded with it, but there was a friend of mine who worked there at the time and got us one of these mics to record the Necromus album, the Burn Scar album. So that's what I sang through. And I love this mic. I've seen so many people use these mics, and I was like, holy shit. So I was looking on Facebook to see what kind of mic, and I was just using standard 58s. Let me see if I'll switch over here. So the standard 58 is this one in the corner here. I'll move it towards this. It's kind of moving right there in the corner. So this is the microphone that I started with, was like an SM7 or a SM58, but I switched to Sennheiser mics, and their 58 was fantastic. So what's my podcast about? Corey asks. So my podcast, when I started it, Corey, I mean, this technically, if I was gonna label this an episode, which I'm not, this is kind of like an explanation of why I didn't do this yesterday. My podcast is all about music, local music, heavy metal, and tattoo artists. I mean, it's really all over the place. I've done videos with videos and audio with drone pilots, tattoo artists, things of that nature, and I've had a shit ton of bands. I have 217 episodes right now. As of last week was my 217th episode. I have like 80,000 downloads lifetime right now. So there's a ton of stuff. You can go back to right there. You can see it scrolling on the bottom, ritualmadnesspodcast.com. You can go there and look in the episodes tab, and all those episodes are up there. I think there's like one episode that I didn't re-upload when I did it. So, Corey, I mean, there's a ton of different things, and roughly they're about 3 hours long each time I've done it. Jordan Swanson and myself started this podcast 9 years ago. I took 2 years off because I was having some issues, you know what I mean? I just wasn't feeling it, plus all this shit with the politics and everything else. Just didn't want to fucking hear it or deal with other people. So here I am starting up again and trying to do this. I am here just kind of bullshitting right now, Corey, and thanks for joining me. It's really me kind of explaining about what happened and how much I rely on Facebook in doing these Facebook Lives. This is like my fourth stream live on Facebook, Facebook Live. So it really is just me explaining about yesterday and what happened yesterday, or why I didn't do a show yesterday. I was going to do a live stream with Will Maravellis via Skype or Zoom, one of the two, and just talk about his studio that's going on, which is now rescheduled to next Friday. We talked about this because I was in Facebook jail over some dumb shit. Me telling somebody in my feed had a friend pass away from a heroin overdose, and I basically said on Facebook, shoot heroin dealers. You could talk about doing dope. You could probably do dope right on fucking Facebook Live if you wanted to do it, and you would never get a 3-day suspension from Facebook. But the fact that I suggested you should go out and shoot a heroin dealer basically got me banned for 3 days, and I was fucking pissed about it because it really set back all my stuff. I wanted to kind of keep this going, the momentum going. I had a good person, a good talkative person to come and do an interview with me, and I fucking missed out on it. I was really pissed about it. Also, with the tie-dye stuff, I've been selling, 4 to 5 shirts a week, just on creating something and posting it on Facebook, and people were picking it up and they wanted to purchase it, which has been great for me. And there's Will right there in the chat. Will, again, I apologize, man. It was totally my bad. I was expecting to be in a conversation with you last night, and it would have been fantastic. And next week will be fantastic as well. The guy's always got a million things going on. I'm sure he's been recording through this whole COVID stuff and doing it safely. And this is why we were going to do the Zoom chat, is because he has had some stuff, medical stuff going on that he's extra susceptible to getting sick. So I didn't want to risk it, and he didn't want to risk it, which is fantastic. But we would have had a great time, and we'll do it next Friday. So, like I said, my point of that was that I'm only going to do probably 10 shows live on the live Facebook stream, at least for right now. Things may change. I want to do. Jared sent me some stuff earlier today before we started. A stream app that you can stream into that app, and it streams to all three of the areas that I want to do, like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So you can hit all three. The only reason I would do Twitch is because you could do music live and have people interact with the music that you're playing, and like, yay, this song fucking kicks ass. Yay, this song's stupid. You should hear from this album, and you'd be able to see the chat, which I think would be really fun to be able to introduce music into it. But how do I get the people from Facebook who are starting to join? Like, we've got 18 people in the chat right now, and people are interacting. I fucking love it, because Facebook is so heavily used. Everybody's on Facebook all the time and scrolling through their phone or taking a shit and writing people their whatever, and they see somebody doing a live stream, they pop on, they want to say what's up. That, like I said, last week's interview with Chris Stark, we hit 700 views on that thing. If I look at videos that on YouTube that I've done 2 years ago or dropped previous than that, they have like 55 hits on it. So because there's so many avenues of people coming in and out of Facebook, you get high levels, and that's how you get monetized. That's how people make money off of their streams and stuff, is because people come and they check it out or they watch the videos for multiple times. And I don't really give a shit about I'm taking a shit. Good for you, buddy. Make sure you wipe real good, man. You don't want to have peanut butter in the carpet anyway. But so how do you get people to go from one platform to the next to enjoy the show? With all the other podcasts that I had done and started to do, we did like a live stream radio thing, which was free, and we had links to go to that. And I, at first I didn't properly promote the live stream as much. It was like, I would book someone, they would come on, and they would say, well, how do people hear it like tonight? And I would go, okay, well, they can hear the live stream on this web thing or this address, and the guest would actually put it on their site or send it out, and people would come in, but they were never able to really interact other than sending people private messages. And I don't get to see that, so I can't like bring it in or shoot somebody a scenario from a situation that they had with another band member or a friend, hey, tell them about this story type of shit on that type of live stream. So I really wanted to do with this live Facebook live shit is once I got the cameras figured out, once I got the OBS figured out, I was like, this is what I should do, is throw it on Facebook and see if people enjoy it or they're liking it. And I've, steady having, 20 people in the chat room interacting with you is fantastic. It adds so much more dynamics to a room or, people that you're hanging out with. I have yet to do this as far as talking to someone and trying to interview them without going to the chat room. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be tough to do both, but I'm going to try. And like I said, I want to do, I know I can, Joe, I do know that. I was told today about a Restream app that you can do that, and you can shoot it to Restream, and Restream will send it to YouTube and Facebook. But that's the thing. Do I hit both platforms? Do I move people from one platform to the next, which I know is going to be super difficult? But again, do I waste my time with getting banned for saying something silly to someone or posting a dick pic on somebody's page, or making some sort of sideways comment that gets me thrown into Facebook jail again? And now, I fall into this situation where I missed out on a really good, I didn't miss out. We just had to reschedule a really fun interview that could have, gave us a little bit more momentum, a little bit more momentum to keep the show going. Like I said, we've had up to 25 people in the chat room, and we're slowly going up and down with people coming in. And Jason Reed drops in and says, "Tie-dye king." You know what, man? I appreciate you saying stuff like that. But I watched these fucking I watch these tie-dye groups, and I think, my God, I've got so much work to do because I'm not quite up to the caliber of some of these dyers. I actually had a weird situation last night, and I won't say the guy's name, but it was kind of funny because there's a dyer that is like this upper echelon dye cat. He's a phenomenal fucking tie-dye artist. And he does these really, really cool wigwag patterns. I've done a few wigwags, nothing to the caliber of this guy. And there's two guys that I really, really like. I won't say their names because one of them kind of gave me a little goofy thing yesterday. So he did a live video on one of the tie-dye groups, and I missed it. And the guy was super informative, and I saw just like the first 20 minutes of the video, and he was going into all this detail about all the stuff and the methods he uses and the things that he uses to do his style of tie-dye. And I just saw all the chat and people going, "Oh my God, it was so informative," and thank you. And he was like, "Well, I'm going to leave it up," right? So the next day it was gone, and then I got banned, and then fucking I couldn't watch the video. So I kept hitting him up, asking him, "Hey, when are you going to put that video back up? What's going on?" And then he just didn't answer me. So people that are selling products on Facebook or whatever, that like the main thing that they're going to do is they're going to answer you if you ask them about a product, because you're possibly going to be the one giving them money, right? Or donating money to their services for teaching you how to do it. So I asked the guy, like, "Hey man, how much do you get per shirt?" And he said that his low end is like $65 per t-shirt. And I was like, okay, which for the time, the work and the effort that the guy puts into his tie-dyes, they're fucking absolutely amazing. They're phenomenal. Some of the best tie-dyes I've ever seen in my life. He does these big steelies, like the Grateful Dead logo with the skull logo with a big wigwag in the middle of it, and then the rest of the shirt wigwags out, and it looks really fucking dope. So I asked him, "Hey man, how much for a tie-dye?" He told me a scrunch pattern, which basically it's you bunch it all up and then you throw some dye on it. But he wigwags. He does all these crazy wigwags, right? So he's like, $65. I said 4XLT. And, man, I took it kind of funny because he's like one of my favorite dye artists. You know what I mean? He's fucking fantastic. And I expected his levels to be way high because, once you get to the level, you're putting dye on for an hour to get things to look that cool. So he's got a lot of time into these things. A lot of dye goes into one of his shirts. And he basically texts me back and says, "I don't do shirts that big." And I was like, I laughed like, "Huh? You don't do shirts that big?" Yeah, because I would have to charge you 3 times as much because it takes 3 times as much dye and 3 times as much time to do a shirt that size. I could do 3 shirts in the time I do one of your shirts. And I didn't know whether to be offended because, I asked him, I was like, "Hey, is this some sort of sideways fat guy joke or something? Or, what's up? You don't make tents. You don't do tapestries, which are huge compared to me. A 58 by 58, that's 5 by 5 roughly. That's a big fucking thing, right? So with me, I do small to 4X and I scale it like you would do when you buy the shirts. From small to XL, you get one price. Once you go double XL, 3XL, 4XL, 5XL, it costs more fabric. Obviously, it's going to cost you more money. The guy basically shut me down and was like, "Dude, you're not going to get a shirt from me." And I was kind of offended, but yet I was like, okay. Like you don't want my money? I was like, okay, man, if you don't want the money, well, I can make 3 shirts and get 65 per shirt when I sell you one. And it takes me, I was kind of like, okay, dude, whatever. No big deal. It made me like, I wanted to fuck with him, And then I was like, nah, man, he's a great dyer. I want to learn from the guy. I don't want to be an ass. So I just kind of made jokes, and then we moved on from there. And he does like these sticker packs. So it's like, can a fat guy get some stickers or what, And he's like, I ran out of stickers from the last video that he did. Anyway, the dude's fucking phenomenal. And he was like, later on, when you try to respond to someone and they tell you on Facebook or like a video, yeah, if you have questions about what I'm doing, send me a fucking send me a message and I'll get back to you. And it's like you send them a message and 3 hours later they get back to you and it's like yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, cool, man. I appreciate your support, and I'm glad you like your customers. What's up, Phil? How's it going, brother? Hey, sorry I didn't call you back. You sent me your ad or your number, and I was getting Chris going and trying to download the video to get to YouTube, and I just kind of spaced it, bro. Are you going to be joining the Zoom chat later? NYDM is patching in our brother Henry tonight on a Zoom channel. We're having a big there's a concert going on. I believe it's going to start in like an hour, or maybe it started already. Yeah, I think 8:00 Eastern Standard Time is when they were going to start their metal show. So there's like a Zoom channel, like stream show going on right now. And then we're all going to jump on. That's why I wanted to get on here and kind of give you guys an explanation of what happened to me yesterday and what happened this last week with the Facebook being banned and stuff. And again, like Joe was saying, I could probably stream to both platforms. That might be the way to go. I don't know. I really would love to say that I'm going to be on Facebook, every Friday. But again, if I run into a situation where I get banned from Facebook again, I'm going to have to just switch the live stream over to either Twitch or all 3 of them. Fuck, I don't even know. So that's really my whole story. And when is the patch in? The patch in is going to be right around, well, it would be 10:30 Eastern time, so 9:30 here, 9:30 Central here. I think that's when Henry's going to be able to be back from work and get online. And I believe it is in the national, the NYDM Nation page and on our 5-state page. And you're probably not on our 5-state page yet, but it is the Rhode Island chapter. Dory's running it. Has that Zoom, and she said there's going to be a shitload of people on there, so it's going to be hard to hear everybody and see everybody, because I think they're going to be interviewing bands as well in that stream. We're at 17 people in the chat. Thank you guys for joining me. Please do me a favor and go over to the YouTube channel, and we've got 61 subs right now. I would like to get some more submission or subscription people to go to YouTube and sub on that. Or go to ritualmadnesspodcast.com. Make sure that you check that out. I'm going to be I am running basically mixing down the audio from 217 with Chris Stark, and I'm going to put it on the Stitcher audio page for an episode. So 217 will be audio as well. I'm going to do, I'm recording this thing too, because I may throw it up too, just to let people know what's going on with Facebook. And what we're trying to do here with Ritual Madness Podcast is I want to keep this thing metal as metal as I possibly can. If I'm going to do YouTube, if I'm going to do it on Facebook Live, I'm going to have to be able to do it with unsigned bands. And I would rather give the love to the unsigned bands as well and have them come in here or have them do a Zoom and have multiple people on the Zoom chat and all that stuff and play their music, because that's basically what we started as. But I would also like to do, just regular interviews anyway. And I know the guys from Gene Vogel from Disciples of the Watch podcast. If you haven't had a chance to check those guys out, check those guys out. Andy Altman, are you still in the chat room? Tell me what I think it's the thrash. I can't remember, brother. I'm sorry. Scene meaning like music scene but not heard is another one that Natanic does from Sioux Falls, I think, South Dakota. He has a YouTube channel as well. Jared Singer's Extravaganza. Check that one out. There's a couple different YouTube people that are and podcasters that I'm going to be hooking up with. The Alchemist podcast as well, which is John Wheeler's podcast, which he does like comedy and he does like a ranty vlog on there as well. What's happening, Bill Gelberg? So yeah. And we'll have these people on and we'll try to cross promote between all of these podcasts that have started up in like vlogs and video vlogs that have started up since COVID. My thing is, this podcast right now, me just doing the live stream, it is about what happened to me this last week or what happened and why I didn't do an interview this Friday. But primarily what I do with my podcast is I let other people shine. I want people who are into what I'm into to check out other people that are into the same shit, that are doing cool stuff and putting out cool products. I know that there are great metal bands in the Twin Cities. There are great bands in the Twin Cities right now that aren't able to do any live shows. So they're writing, they're recording, they're doing things, they're getting prepared for when when the gate's ready to open, they're going to come out like gangbusters. And I know it. I know bands like, Trita and fucking Beastface and, fucking goddamn it! There's so many bands that I can't. I mean, so many bands. Cymothwa I know is working on some stuff. I mean, there's so many bands that are going to be releasing new music real soon, and I want to showcase that. That's what I do, and that's what I've been doing for fucking 30 years, playing with all the bands. Yes, Beastface is one of my favorite bands out there. Endless Rain is another one. You guys just released an album not that long ago, right? So, I mean, and you guys are working on new material now. So, I mean, there's bands that have already released and didn't get the shine because they didn't have a CD release party. They didn't have things going on that they could promote their stuff. So there's going to be so much music out there, and why not put it out for people? Why not talk to them about it? Why not have people dig it and go find their stuff and buy merchandise? If there's any local bands that you love, that you've supported through the years, go back and buy their material. Go back and find the Beastface, find the new Endless Rain, find those guys on Facebook, hit them up, buy a t-shirt, buy a fucking disc from them, because we're all struggling right now. We're trying to keep our scene alive right now. And I just did a podcast with Jared Singer's Extravaganza. And we talked about that. Like I'd been gearing up and getting gear to be able to do this live stuff, man. And to be able to do this video stuff and stream it. Every time I've done this video shit, it's just been blocky and just, old computers and old stuff. And I was like, man, trying to get my poop in a group, so to say, you know what I mean? And get ready to release, because I really want to have something visually stimulating for people to check out. Plus, I want to be able to showcase some of these fucking bands. There's so many great bands out there that we only hit, you know what I mean? If you're hip to if you're subscribed to ritualmadnesspodcast.com or on Stitcher or iTunes where I upload my stuff to right away, and you go there and you subscribe to that, every time I upload something, you're going to get it. But now that I'm doing video, I have to spread it out now. Like I'm rendering out the last week's audio to put up on the audio stream on Stitcher so you can hear it. Also, like I said before, if you do me a favor and go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our Facebook channel, I'm going to put these videos up every time I do it, and I'm going to try to do it every Friday. Like I said, last night was kind of a fluke because I got a big mouth. I fuck with people. I talk shit and I have fun with it. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I talk shit, and that's what happened is I just said the wrong thing about shooting heroin dealers, and I got booted for 3 days, and it really fucked me because I had an interview set up. Like I said, do me a favor, go to YouTube, go to ritualmadnesspodcast.com. I mean, we've got 217 episodes up there right now. Check them out. And like I said, there's how many people do I know that listen to those podcasts, just audio? A ton. But at the same time, like I said, the all-time download that I have, I'm roughly around 80,000. Which isn't huge. There's a lot of podcasters out there that have way more numbers than me, way more likes, way more subs on YouTube and all that stuff, way more than me. But the thing is, it's not about that shit, and it's not about monetizing for me. It's just getting people's music out, getting people's style and their artistic form, in any form, if it's cool, I want to talk about it. I just put on Facebook last week. I want to start doing podcasts with people that are doing cool stuff. One of my friends from high school was talking about a guy who's been coming up here from down south to gather supplies to go help homeless people. Now that's stuff that I'm talking about. That's the things that I want to do. I want to do donations and things like that. And I want to give away some of my artwork. I want to have people interact with the podcast and have fun and say their piece and try to, do some, say what they want, talk to the to the guests and talk with me and interact with me. I want that to happen. And maybe the audio will be cool too. I'm not even sure how it's all going to work. I'm just going to try it all and see what happens. And I really want to do more unsigned bands, which I pretty much primarily did. But I really like to hear, the music. That it's like one of the main things that I always ask people is like, where did you come from when it comes to music? Like, what got you into music? What were your parents listening to when you were a kid? You know what I mean? Because that all shapes your mind and shapes your the like of the music that you're into right now. You grow from there and you go and you step and step and step and then you're into the heaviest shit you could possibly find. That's how it was with me. R&B, rock and roll, then it got into heavy metal, and then from there it's just the heaviest of shit I could find. And I love hearing stories like that and how you find it and how you turn other people onto music, or how you started your band because you met another person who was into that same style of music and into that your favorite album, and that's really interesting to me. And I know it's interesting to a lot of people because it stimulates your creativity to want to do other heavy metal, other music, other things, you know what I mean? Like, I love all genres of music. I love all kinds of shit. I love old country. I don't like new country all that much. I like hip hop and rap and gangster rap and, you know what I mean? Like the heaviest of shit, from radio rock, old school rock and roll, all the way up to the heaviest of heavy shit. So that's what I want to do with the podcast going forward. So hopefully you guys want to join me in this quest for keeping this thing going, because like I said, I took 2 years off because of the political environment and because I just there was so much fucking negativity. You would mention something about something that you believe in, or that you know what I mean, like an assumption of how you're taking a political stance on either side, not to the fact that you support one side or the other, but that you're trying to have a legitimate conversation with people, and people are like, fuck you, this dude's a racist, this dude's whatever. Honestly, I don't care what side you're on, anything like that. All I'm saying is that it became really toxic all the way around, and I know so many people that are still taking a break from Facebook because of the election and all that other stuff. Hi, Tanya, how's it going? Good to see you. Thank you. Andy, what's up? Hopefully we'll see you later, Andy, on the live stream. We're going to do a patching from the 5-state. Hopefully you will join us. Again, like I said, I'm just doing a kind of an example or an explanation of what happened with the interview yesterday. We got 12 people in the chat room. Thank you for joining us, folks. Thank you for coming along. Just hanging out. Like I said, trying to project out to the people and let everybody know what was going on with us yesterday. I did just get out of a 3-day Facebook jail. I haven't been compromised. I didn't drop the soap. I washed myself good. I stayed out. I did a lot of push-ups in Facebook jail. As you can tell, my man boobs they're swole. I'm swole up from Facebook jail. Yeah. So I just got out of Facebook jail. Talking. I'm a Facebook jail felon, so I'm there. I guess, that's pretty much what's going on with me. We just did about an hour, 55 minutes of a live stream, just kind of bullshitting right now. I hope you guys join us next week. Next Friday, we're going to do an interview with Will Maravillas from 1459 Studios and multiple bands. He's been in a ton of bands. Fantastic guitar player, fantastic drummer. Hi, Rhiannon. How you doing? Speaking of fantastic tattoo artists, we got one popped in the room here. Rhiannon is out in Rhode Island, right? I believe. I believe that's where she's at. The last time that I saw her on a dude, your beard is getting epic. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it very much. This fucking thing, it's kind of a mess right now. It gets tucked in my little gator thing that I wear because I have to cover for a mask. I just keep it all in there, dude. Yeah. So it's yep, Rhode Island it is. So Rhiannon's a fantastic tattoo artist. Rhiannon, why don't you put up your tattoo shop in the chat room? Let people know if they're in your area, they can come and see you and Danny and get some stuff in there. Yeah, Bill, that'd be fantastic. You let me know, Bill. Any idea you ever wanna chat with me about, man? I'm totally open. My boy Bill Gelberg just got a motorcycle this year at the end of the season, so I'm excited to get him out on the road with us. I got a good little group of folks that we ride with in the summer. Last summer we had a good little group. It was fantastic. I'm getting phone calls and stuff here that I don't want to take. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some interviews. I'm going to be talking to people. I hung out with Chris Stark last week, and you can go to Facebook, scroll through Ritual Madness Podcast on Facebook. That replay of that video it brings you over to YouTube, and you can check out that video there. And it's us just interacting with the people in the chat room, and us just bullshitting, you know. Like I said, unfortunately with Facebook, you're not able to play music because they'll mute your videos, and if I do it to stream to YouTube, it'll do that same thing. So I'm gonna try to do some local bands, and that's pretty much what I try to cover anyway. But I love that they bring in national acts to play on here because it gives you an idea of what they're listening to, and it might turn you on to some new music, and that's really important to me to hear new music. And if you guys have any new music you're listening to right now, pop it in the chat. We'll talk about that if you want to. Rhiannon said her tattoo shop is Phoenix Tattoo and Wellness Center in Rhode Island. Is it in a specific town? Is it just Rhode Island? I'm not sure if they're broken up into little areas like it is here. Like it would be, tattoo shop in Blaine or whatever, which is a little county area or something. But if you're in the Rhode Island area, check out Phoenix Tattoo and Wellness Center. Go check out Rhiannon and my boy Danny out there. Fantastic tattoo artist, sweetheart. She said Cranston, Rhode Island. So if you're out in that area, give them a shout, man. They're good people. Pay them a visit. Say what's up. Spread the word. That's right. That's what I'm saying. What's happening, Chris? Good to see. Hey, dude, did you ever get a chance to wear that shirt I made for you? New Mirror Being is really killer. I would love to have those guys on here again or do a Zoom chat with all those guys. Mirror Being is a local band here in the Twin Cities that is fucking phenomenal. Those guys throw the fuck down. If you get a chance to check those guys out, I know they have some video stuff up. I've seen a couple of their videos and they're badass. Check out Mirror of Being. Fantastic. Does anybody have any? What have you guys been listening to so far this year? Throw some bands out. We'll talk about some of those bands. We got 15 people in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us. We got Bill Gelberg in the chat with us. Rhiannon. I'm not going to murder your Spaziano. I just want to make sure that. I don't want to ruin your last name. Chris Goldberg's in the chat with us. Let me see here. There was a bunch of people. I can't see exactly who's in there unless you say what's up to me in the chat. What kind of what bands have you guys been listening to so far? What's some of your favorite fucking bands from released in 2020? I'm willing to talk about that. I really enjoy the new Deftones. That was one of my favorites of the year. See here, my buddy Artemis turned me on to some Ghost of Maine, which is like metal and rap together. I would love to do a Necromus reunion. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's possible. Saul Williams, huh? I have not heard of Saul Williams. Tell me what that one's about, Jason. Jason Portenga's in the room. Chris Stark, you're in the room too. Stark put some Sworn Enemy up there. Vintersea? Is that what you said? Oh, wow, I haven't heard of that one either. Big smile on her face, too. She sent that big smiley face. Dude, I would love to do a Necromus reunion. That'd be fantastic. But again, I don't know if that will happen. I know we talked about possibly doing some studio stuff together, but I don't know. The Pussifer. I actually heard a couple songs off of that one too. Bill, did Common Choir actually release yet? I know they were going to. I didn't see whether or not they did, and if they did, they should definitely send me some stuff so I can promote that as well. That'd be fantastic. Brothers Band out of Oregon. It's awesome. Okay, Vinter C. Check those guys out of Oregon. Common Choir is a band from here in the Twin Cities. Deftones, that new Deftones was fantastic. I really loved it. The Pussifer one, very mellow. That one was mellow, wasn't it? For the most part, they've changed their sound quite a bit per album, correct? Heathen has a new album. Are you kidding me? Wow, I'll have to check that out. That was a band that I actually really liked. Those guys they're badass. I know the New Testament's really good. Fantastic. I spelled wrong. I've had a few nothing wrong with that, Stark. I having a few drinks. I should grab a bottle of Ruppelmints and start drinking with you. The new Tomahawk is awesome. Well, the new Mr. Bungle came out as well. That one's pretty good. Phil says the new Asphyx album is good. I've actually heard that before it came out. A friend of mine got a promo copy of that new Asphyx and said it's really good. Now, is Martin Van Drunen singing on that one as well? Because I fucking love that dude. That dude is a fantastic vocalist. Old Pestilence guy. What is it? Hail of Bullets, I believe, as well. Fuck, what other stuff has he done? He's done a bunch of different shit. Common Choir dropped a new album in 2020. Gravemind is the album. Check that out. Common Choir is a band from the Twin Cities that has been, they've been switching up members, correct? Right, Bill? They've been switching up members. They've had quite a few member changes, guitar players and stuff. And I know Tony Lent joined that band last year or the year before, right? 2019 maybe, I think. Fantastic band, by the way. They put on a great show. One of our old Outside the Murder guys was in that original lineup. Chris was in that. Chris Dolan was in that original Common Choir lineup. Chris Goldberg just put a link up there. It says singer was a cook for me in a great band from Columbus. Okay, cool, man. Well, don't forget to check out the links in the chat here too. New Tomahawk, dude. I'm excited. I want to check that out too. Anything that 17 people in the chat room. Thank you everyone for say hello if you can in the chat. I'll say your name here in the chat. Let people know that you're in here joining us. We're about a little over an hour into the stream here. Again, the whole stream was about what happened. Why I didn't do an interview, because I've been trying to do something on Fridays. It was kind of my thing for 6, 7 years, 8 years now, of doing podcasts on Friday nights. Is what I would do. People would come in at like 9 o'clock and stay till 12 or later, just shooting the shit, playing music, having fun, drinking some drinks, talking shit. And I got into a little bit of trouble on Facebook this week and actually got banned for 3 days. So I wasn't able to do the interview that I wanted to yesterday. I've said it a bunch of times. People that have been in the chat for a while have heard this story about 12 times already. But for those of you who just joined, it sucked really bad because I realized that I rely on this site entirely too much because I have all of my business things on there, my Ritual Stitches and Ritual Madness podcast, and my photography page, and I'm always trying to promote for people and get things out. But when you get your legs cut off for saying something stupid, that you're really just kind of making a joke. I'm not trying to tell people to go shoot heroin dealers, even though I do believe they should, because people are dying from fentanyl-laced heroin and heroin themselves, or itself, right? Horrible fucking drug that gets people strung out and whatever. Anyway, I made a joke, got fucking banned for 3 days. Here I am, trying to figure out whether or not I want to move it to YouTube, Twitch. I know I'm going to record these to do audio stuff to throw it back on Stitcher and get things going. So I'm kind of looking for feedback. I'm kind of looking for people to chat with me. Tell me, I see Mike Bloodfist just said Timekeeper dropped a new music video with the guest vocals from By the Thousands. Both of those bands are from the Twin Cities. Both of them are fantastic bands, Timekeeper and By the Thousands. Check them out if you can. Go, and I know for a fact that By the Thousand and Timekeeper have videos up on YouTube, so look them up on YouTube. You'll be able to see them in their essence, their shit. I have a YouTube channel, Jim, and do me a favor, if you want to go to YouTube and look up Ritual Madness Podcast, subscribe to our channel, and every time we upload a video or anything that we're going to do, just hit it up. Facebook is the new heroin dealer. You're talking about killing. You're probably right, bro. That's probably the case right there. Is that they don't want other dealers. They want to take over the market. Is what it is, pretty much. So again, we've got 14 people in the chat. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it very much. Just hanging out, trying to figure out which direction I want to go with this whole thing, and interact with you folks. Say hello in the chat. I'll say hello back. Do me a favor. What were you listening to this year? What in 2020? What are your favorite albums this year? What has gotten you through some of the hardships and hard shit that was going on throughout this whole year? I had multiple people and friends die throughout this entire year. My wife had her uncle pass away. Kitty Thurston, very close friend of ours from the NYDM, one of our members passed away. Complication. She had medical issues throughout, I mean, as long as I've known her. She passed away earlier in this whole, I want to say like fucking April-ish. It was really early in the COVID shit, and, health was horrible, and it was unfortunate, and left her son and her family missing the shit out of her, and many of us do. There's a lot of people that passed away. The new Selick is sick. Heard it advanced copy and it rocks. Dan Dittmer heard it. That is... God damn it. Why can't I think? Who's in that band, Dan? I can't think of that right now. Nagelfar. Nagelfar is one that Joe Chahosky just threw out here on the YouTube or in the chat. If you're looking to check that out. Paul Allender's dad passed away last week from COVID. Yeah, that sucks, man. Condolences out to Paul and his family for that loss. George Buin is a guy that I lost, a friend of mine from high school. Jamie Aaron passed away, another cat from high school. Joey from the NYDM passed away too on Christmas. Paul, yes, that's right. I know. Yeah. Paul. I couldn't think of his last name though. Paul from We Are Legion, the guitar player. God damn it, I can't even think. Paul, I'm very sorry. I just, for some odd reason, my brain is burnt out from the. What's up, bro? Long time. Miss you. I miss you too, dude. Seeing this, and thanks for being my brother and my son's uncle, dude. I love you very much, Eli. You know that. I wish I could see you more often, dude. I miss your burritos, bro. We would come over to Eli's. We were Smash. We did it a couple times, and Eli would cook us. He's a hell of a cook. Yes, he is in the Selick. That's how you say it, right? Selick? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, man, Eli, love you, dude. Dan, thank you for joining in the chat. Appreciate it very much. We got 10 people in the chat. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for joining us. 8 people dropping down. Yeah, just hanging out, just asking people what they're listening to right now. We're an hour into this thing. I probably won't go much longer. I was just dropping in to say hello and just kind of see what everybody's up to. Plague Vendors 2020 released was really good. Thank you, Chris. Plague Vendor. Plague Vendors, or is it vendor? Just singular or plural vendors? Multiple Plague Vendors. That's a really cool one to release in 2020 with a fucking pandemic going on. Plague Vendors. Let me grab a drink. I'll be right back. All right, so I gotta get a drink. I'm a little thirsty from talking so much. Give me a second here. Yes. All right. See, Chris even says the new Selick is killer. Okay. My brother, I love you. Veronica, I love you too, sweetheart. Hey, what's up? Juan Carlos, my brother, what's happening? Good to see you. Yay, there, look at Tony Garfield pops in. What's up, Garf? Scott Patsy, old school buddy from high school. Paul Esch, that is, god damn it, I couldn't remember his damn name. New Menstrual Tramps is good, solid punk rock, if you dig that. Check out the Menstrual Tramps. Dan, what are some of the bands that you have on your label, if you want me to shout out any of those? And do you have any new releases coming out from your label? Will Maravellis, if you have, if you're on in the chat still, throw down some of the releases you got coming from there. I know people are going to be coming into your studio that I know that are going to be releasing some stuff real soon or recording with you real soon. Again, if you want to throw a band that you've been listening to throughout 2020 yeah, he did. I seen him, Veronica. Yeah, he said, what was up? He missed me. I know I missed that guy so much, man. Yeah, if whatever bands you were listening through 2020, what got you through 2020? What were some of the bands that you like to listen to and that kept you sane and able to function in 2020? Throw them bands up there. We'll talk about those. Let me see here. Yes, Dan, what? Yeah, man. Dissident Clone, Bonfire, Trinity Test. Those are bands from FTW and U2. Fuck the World and U2 Records. That's Dan Dittmer's label. Like I said, Dissident Clone, Bonfire, and Trinity Test. Check out that stuff. And Dan, do you guys have any videos, live show videos or anything like that? Yes, is talking to Menstrual Tramps, and you see, like, right. Cool. Good deal. Thank you for everybody coming in and chatting with us. Juan Carlos, I miss you, brother. You getting messed up over there? You drinking some burrs? Having a good time? Just tuning in, saying what's happening, dropping in and saying hello. Again, I appreciate all of you coming in to say hello. And again, what are some of the bands that you guys are listening to or made you helped you get through 2020? I guess just kind of farting around here, trying to keep the stream going. Working on videos now, Dan says. Just a few. All right, good. Juan, that's awesome. Dude, I went deep into Grateful Dead catalog. Lots of material, so I ate up lots of time. Yeah, for sure, man. I could see that happening for sure. Yeah, you could take some time. Shit for a long time. Acid Bath. Always. Whatever happened to the band Neck. Yeah, that's another band that Eli actually turned me on to was Neck. If you've never heard the band Neck, N-E-C-K, those guys were fucking phenomenal, man. Yes. Eli, how many albums did they have? They only had a couple albums, didn't they? I don't know. I'm going to have to look that shit up. The new Greg Puciato? Puciato. That's what Chris Rosing was saying about. Yeah, that's somebody to check out. I'm excited to jam a little with Rob Carlson and the new Glutton stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing that stuff, dude. Check out the unnamed Horrors, members of Bonfire and Cradle of Filth. Unnamed Horrors. Check that out. Puciato. Chris, you said it is Greg Puciato. Dude, you know that I murder people's names all the time. I just singer of Dillinger Escape Plan and Killer Be Killed. Okay, I gotcha. All right. Did those guys released an album in 2020 as well, right? Killer Be Killed. Bonfire, yes. Bonfire is a band that Dan is, he loves that band and the guys in it and supports those cats. I love the stuff Vince has been doing called Ghost of the Mississippi. I've heard of it. I haven't heard any of that, any of the material yet. I've heard him do some live like free flows and some stuff like that on his stream, just kind of popping up and doing some stuff. Vince is such a talented fucking guy, man. Vince Ebert from Nuisance. The dude has been fucking talented since he was a goddamn kid, you know? It's like there's so many bands in this music scene that I've played with, man, that you see grow into these amazing artists, man. And Vince is one of those guys that, you know, he's always been talented. He's always been, a fantastic rapper and a fantastic metal singer. And it's just, the dude he's got talent coming out of his ears, man. Creative dude, nice guy, I've seen him punch people in the face, too. It's been broken up, made into two bands. One's Nassau Chainsaw, and the other one's Carbon, I believe. Oh, that's Neck. Okay, yeah. Now, Veronica, Eli's sister, just put up a link to Neck. Should my fist eye something. That is a badass band. If you've never heard of that band, Neck, check them guys out. They're really, really cool. And Eli just informed me that Nassau Chainsaw and Carbon, he said he believes, were the two bands that band split into. So check them out. What other bands, guys? You got 10 people in this chat. There's got to be more bands beside, what would we say, that got you through 2020. Somebody said Grateful Dead's catalog got them through 2020. I could see that. There's a lot of stuff to get through. I lived with a few Deadheads, man. Not really my cup of tea. There's some Dead stuff that I can. I guess it depends on how much alcohol or drugs I've been taking to be able to tolerate Grateful Dead. It's not my first go-to. There's a lot of other stuff that I like, but I'll listen to it. I don't hate it by any means at all. New Devil Sex. Yes, yep. Pat from Cromlech is doing that. Nailed Shut, Wrecking Day. Pretty sick. Now they've been working. Devil Sex has been on and off working on things for quite some time. They released some stuff and then they didn't release, or they've had a ton of lineup changes. But one of those masked bands that they use a lot, they use masks, and they great players. I'm not gonna, I have no qualms about any of that stuff. And fuck, man, who really gives a shit, man? If you're putting out good material and trying to be creative, who the fuck am I to judge what you do, man? Honestly, I'm just a guy who enjoys music and whatever. If it's you do what you do, man. Get through it, man. Be creative. That's what this what this is all about, man. With me doing the tie-dye stuff, it was all about just being creative and trying to get an outlet for my creativity, since I'm not really doing a band thing right now, and the podcast is something that I've been trying to get going again with these live streams. Been trying to just keep this going again, and like I said, I was on a 3-day ban, kind of fucked up my interview. That's why I came here to do it. I got some time before I got to do this Zoom meeting, and we're going to do a patch in and stuff. So I wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up and let you guys know what was going on, and let you guys know that I'm intending on doing this and keeping momentum going by having a new look, having a new thing, having Dan Detmer says Anger Rot from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, for fans of Entombed and Morbid Angel. Anger Rot. I have heard good things about these guys from Sioux Falls. That's fucking badass. They're from fucking South Dakota. That's killer. Justine Harry Beaver. You're funny. Harry Beavers. So I just want to give a shout out to Anti-Broadcasting Incorporated, custom screen printing, anti-broadcasting at Gmail. Hit those guys up if you're looking for some screen printing stuff. Give those guys a hit up, and they do fantastic work. So many local bands have been that have gone to Anti-Broadcasting. That fast turnaround, fantastic product. And they're just all around good guys. Hit them up, antibroadcasting at gmail.com or 612-836-9488. Give them a shout for a quote. If you're looking to do some t-shirt stuff, those guys are fantastic people to get in touch with. So hit them guys up. Also, Lowbrow Saints Tattoo Collective over in Minneapolis. This is a very good friend of mine. Is his tattoo shop. Very cool stuff. Very good artists over there. Lowbrow Saints Tattoo Collective 612-353-4755. Lowbrow Saints at gmail.com. Hit them guys up if you're looking to do some new help, new tattoos. What? Sorry, I'm reading. Phil Anselmo's new shit Scour is good. Okay, cool. Badass. Oh yeah, the new Glutton for Punishment, Gorgatron. Gorgatron's been dropping stuff here and there, and Gorgatron actually just did a live stream, which I did post on Ritual Madness podcast on Facebook. You can go there and check out the Gorgatron live set that they did just last weekend. Do that. But also check out Lowbrow Saints Tattoo Collective. I've got let me see here. We'll go back to the cam here, and thanks everybody for joining us. 13 people in the chat. Not Music found new brothers to ride with helped me. Yeah, man, for sure. Gus is a guy I knew for many, many years, and we kind of lost touch. He would come to the shows. He would buy T-shirts from me, and always been supportive the whole time that I've done anything, any of my projects. Gus Johnson is a fantastic dude, and dude, I agree with you 100%. To get through 2020, this last summer, through the entire pandemic, I bought a motorcycle, and I fucking loved it, dude. I hooked up with a lot of friends of mine, guys I've known since I was very, very young, and guys I've knew in my 20s, man. And we hooked up and we did some fucking fantastic riding, got to see some beautiful countryside throughout the whole summer. That's what got me through too, Gus, for sure, man. Just learning how to tie-dye and riding motorcycle and hanging out with my family and fucking getting sick with COVID and realizing that I wasn't going to die. But having that anxiety of COVID was fucking ridiculous. And now they've got different strains, one in California, multiple ones in Brazil and all over the fucking place, the UK and all that. 12 people in the chat room as of right now, 13. Looks like the numbers are going back up. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it so much. Let me see here. We got to do a morning show for the Ritual Madness podcast, dude. If you can bring yourself down here or wherever you're staying at, dude. God came from space. Yes, I knew that. I knew those guys were guys from Dumpster Juice as well. Yep, the drummer, I believe, and the bassist, guitar player. I'm not positive who's from Dumpster Juice in that band, but I've seen them play before. Yes. Yeah, Eli, if you can make it down here, dude, we should just sit down and just talk shit, talk shop, talk music, and hang out. That would be fantastic. I am in the studio by myself. We're 1 hour and 22 minutes into this live stream. I am hanging out, explaining to you guys what happened this last week. I got a 3-day ban, and I wasn't able to do my interview yesterday, so I just came on here to say what's happening. I hope everybody's doing well. Please do me a favor. Check out ritualmadnesspodcast.com. You can go there. There's 217 episodes up there, and Lick, L-I-K from Sweden is a band that Juan Carlos has been listening to. Very cool. Killer band. Awesome. Check those guys out. Yeah, so do me a favor, check out ritualmadnesspodcast.com. You can go there and listen to 217 episodes that we've done in the past, and now we're going to move forward and try to do some more here. We did 217 last week with Chris Stark. Thank you, Chris, for coming in and hanging out with me, dude. It was just great to be around you, brother. Every time I see that guy is always a pleasure. With many of you, anytime I see you guys out there, and it's been few and far between. Everybody knows we can't go to shows. We can't intermingle with each other. We can't give high fives and hugs like we should, and I really miss it. I miss the interaction with my people, and this is why I love the chat room while you're doing a live stream, because you can actually talk to people and kind of answer them and talk to them, and have fun with this stuff, and it makes it like you're not talking to yourself in a room trying to listen to tunes and explain stuff. It's fun, man. I can do that. I could talk to myself a lot. I do it a lot. But it's always fun to chat with other people and keep things going that way. So I appreciate all of you very much. Don't forget to go over to YouTube and subscribe over there. I am going to be doing, I just found out about a streaming website that you can stream to all three things that I want to stream to, which would be Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. Yeah, Twitch. I mixed Twitter and Twitcher, mixed them all together. So, yeah, I found a Jared Singer from the Jared Singer Extravaganza told me about a streaming service that will allow you to stream into their service, and they'll pipe it out to the three main things I want to stream to. So we'll see. I don't know. I may do more music on here, more video. I'm not even positive, but please stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to Ritual Madness Podcast and listen to those shows that I've done there. 18 people in the chat. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you joining me, talking to me. I was asking people what music, what bands got them through 2020, what bands the new releases, what releases they really enjoyed through 2020. I've got some great interactions here. If you want to, I'll probably be on for about another half hour. If you feel like throwing a band in there, tell me what bands you're listening to right now. What are some of your favorites? I love we can just kind of chat about that and just kind of have fun with it. So give me a lowdown. Let me know what you're listening to in 2020. What releases that you liked in 2020 so far. 2021. Hopefully this year goes a whole lot better than 2020 did. For fuck's sake, there's so much death and so much craziness. And your daughter says Machine Gun Kelly. My daughter loves Machine Gun Kelly, and I love her for that because it's great when you hear Amy Winehouse coming out of your daughter's her bedroom, and then you hear just the other day she was playing Nirvana. And for me, as a father who's huge into music, I love that she picks up on things on her own. She finds things that she really loves on her own. Hey babe, what is that one? Jaden DX, JXDX? Is that the one she likes too, besides Machine Gun Kelly? And I know there's people out there that are really fond of this new Machine Gun Kelly, which is like really poppy punk rock type of shit. My daughter loves Machine Gun Kelly, but there are a few things that she's found on her own that I absolutely love. Yeah, JXDN. That is one that she found, and it's really like kind of pop rock type of stuff. It's pretty cool. I don't remember what video she played for me that I actually liked. I downloaded the song. He was releasing singles at a time. I don't know if he has a full album out yet, but it wasn't that bad. It was, I'm into all kinds of shit. We were listening to Justin Bieber today. I don't give a shit what people think about what I listen to. I like good music, and that's just the way it is, man. Yeah, that new Mr. Bungle is pretty cool. Mike Patton is just fantastic. All of his stuff is fantastic. I love Mike Patton's stuff. But as a father, I jump all around if you don't notice already. But as a father, I love my daughter finding different music that I didn't turn her on to, that she's like, hey, check this out. Because I mean, there's things that I've liked that she's played. And sometimes I'm like, oh, what is this shit? But music for me is everything. I asked her today, like, how much do you listen to music? And she's like, every day. And I'm like, is there a day that you think that could go by without you listening to music? And she said, no, not at all. I don't, believer. Yes, I am a believer, Jared, for sure. I did. I'm not going to lie. I like Justin Bieber. I'm not afraid to. The kid is talented. He's an asshat, but he's still talented. I don't care what anybody says. Colored me bad. Break dancing on cardboard. Yes, Dan, I've done all of that. Absolutely. So funny, man. Yeah, but like I said, my daughter found Nirvana the other day, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I'm like, where did you hear that? And she said, I think it was in some sort of stream she was watching, was in the background, and she looked it up and checked it out. I love that. It is so fantastic to have my kid. It's like she listens to music as much as I do. It's part of her. That to me is fantastic. And I know people that love music like I love music, and it's helped you through things. You know what I mean? Like you hear a song or lyrics that you can connect with, that helps you through a certain part of your existence, man, or your hardship or heartache, hardships, anything like that. You know what I mean? Like music to me is so important. And yeah, blah, blah, blah. Derek Jensen. Hey, what's up? The rape ape is in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, or see your name across the board here, man. Hope you're doing well out there. Give Chris a smack in the mouth for me, will you? Let me see here. Ron, what do you say? Yeah, it's funny. My daughter and I'll show me Shawn Mendes song, and 15 minutes later ask me, Dad, have you ever heard of Warbringer? I know, dude, right? It's fantastic. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, girl, I just wanted to say to you, I love through this whole pandemic thing that you have been working so hard on your health, and working and doing so. I see your videos of you working out and posting that stuff, and it's got to be really hard. I know my wife hates it when I'm even in the room when she's working out, and she's back at it, and I can say I'm so proud of you to do that, man, because I know it's super important to you, and you got out of a horrible relationship and have been working on yourself really, really good, and been doing these photo shoots and stuff. Thumbs up to you, man. It's very cool to see you do that. That's why we shouldn't be flagged for that. That's what I'm saying, dude. We're promoting people. People don't get that, man. I miss you too, Derek. It's been too long, brother. I hope you were well, dude. She's about to slap you through me. Oh, okay. That's okay with me. Yeah, and like I said, my wife Michelle has been working out lately too, and it's very cool to see people focus on themselves and do good things for themselves. And your photo shoots have been awesome too. So congratulations on that. Congratulations on the engagement as well to you and Brandon, Mr. TikTok. I'm off the air, bro. Text you my number. Okay, cool, man. Eli, take care of yourself, man. Love you, dude. Take care. All right. And Derek, good to see you too. Jared's in the house. Don't forget to go check out Jared Singer Extravaganza. Jared and I have been talking about doing some collaborative podcast things, and we've got some great ideas in the works, and hopefully things will pan out. And possibly, I just reached out to a friend of ours in the music scene who has a large area to have bands. It has a full setup, a full stage, full lights, full sound. We're talking about maybe setting up a show to stream, not a live show, because we don't want anyone to come in or get us in trouble for that. Having a gathering, but I was thinking about possibly trying to find a venue to do a live podcast stream with bands, to where we can do a live podcast and talk to folks and kind of get it out there and do some stuff. And they're really great ideas, and I'm so fucking pumped. Absolutely, Jared. It's a fantastic idea. So what I want to do is I want to have a show, and I want to do some podcast stuff along with it. And it may be a venue, it may be at somebody's studio, it may be something that we do periodically once a month. Maybe it could branch out to some really cool stuff. So we've got some ideas, and with the podcast coming together, and right now Jared's fucking way out front with subs on his YouTube channel, Jared Singer Extravaganza. Go give him a sub if you would. But he's way out front. So basically we have a lot of friends that cross over between, we know a lot of the same people, but there are a lot of people that we don't know. There's a lot of people that he talks to that I don't talk to, that I talk to that he doesn't talk to. And it would be great to get some of these people together. And, you need to do one naked. I actually don't have any pants on right now, Derek. So just so you know, it's just a tie-dye top and a hat. That's all I got. No boots, no shoes, no socks, no nothing. It's just my balls are pressed against the seat right now. I think my daughter's watching, so damn you for making me say that. She's probably going, Dad. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna do one naked ever. I don't think people are ready for the sauce. My sauce that I'm putting out there. Much love going your way. I'm too damn stubborn not to kick ass. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You got to keep that shit going, man, for sure. Chili, I want to grab 30 shirts mixed with John. Oh, dude, yeah, for sure. We talked about possibly doing something together. John and I, just kind of in passing. So if it works out, it works out, man. I would love to. Let me see here. Wheeler's Rum Dumpster podcast. John Wheeler has a podcast called Rum Dumpster, and his channel, the Alchemical Cocktail Lounge. Yes. John Wheeler, check out his podcast on YouTube as well. The Rum Dumpster podcast is his channel, I believe. The I can't even say it, bro. I'm sorry. Dan, I would love to do some collaborations with people, man, on stuff. Noise Therapy, Flaw, Shadows Fall, and Soil. All the old stuff, yes, for sure. The regular stuff. Juan Carlos, yes, to get you through the shitty year of 2020 for sure. I believe we got 16 people in the chat with us right now. Thank you very much, Michelle. May Blood is in the chat room. Dan Atkins in the chat room. Juan Carlos is in the chat room. Derek Jensen from Washington is in the chat room. Jared Singer from the Jared Singer Extravaganza is in the chat room. which I'm surprised. You should be, aren't you supposed to be podcasting yourself right now, damn it? Am I holding you up, brother? All right. So I'm about an hour and 35 minutes into the stream, and yeah, man, I'll get there. So yeah, I saw it, and that's why I mentioned it, and I'll message you both. Yeah, that'll be fantastic, Dan. Let me know. Yeah, I would love to, man. I'm doing a collaboration right now with Joe Spanbauer's band. I haven't released any of the tie-dyes that I've done for him yet, but his band had me do some shirts. He got me 18 shirts to do, and I'm like halfway done with them right now, maybe, I think. Absolutely. Music keeps us mentally alive and positive. Juan Carlos, you couldn't be any more right on that one, dude, for sure. Music to me is so important to keep us moving forward, but also looking back to where we were. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can listen to music and think back to where I was, the Beastie Boys, Ill Communication, and Beastie Boys, License to Ill, and fucking Cypress Hill, and Cannibal Corpse, and you know what I mean? Like, every album that I listen to, I can think about, where I was at that particular time when that shit was released and who I was hanging out with and all of that good shit. It brings back so many fantastic memories. And then you find a new band that you really love and you pass it to a friend and he passes it to a friend. And before you know it, you're at some dude's house that you just met and he throws it on and you're like, holy shit, man. Where did you hear this band from? Oh, I heard it from him across the room that you turned on to. So in essence, you turn this cat that you don't even know really onto a new band. I love that shit. I love hearing those stories. I love when somebody goes, dude, you got to hear this new album. Like Phil talking about the new Asphyx that just came out. Dan Dittmer came in and told us a bunch about, and that was it, Vinter C from Oregon, Anger Rot from South Dakota. There's a handful of people. I would love to have Brian come on again. You should talk to Brian on upcoming Krog stuff. Yes, I know that they're pumping out some stuff because they are fucking talented motherfuckers. I'm out of here. Portenga, you have a good night, buddy. I appreciate it. We'll see you soon, man. I am having my buddy Jason Portenga come on and do a podcast with me. He has tons and tons of stories. He has worked for people like Prince. He's worked for, the Quest. He's worked for First Avenue. He's worked for all over. He's done a ton of security stuff all over the Twin Cities. And he's up north now. He's in the Northwoods hanging out, keeping himself sane out of this city bullshit with all the riots and the craziness going on. And all this political nonsense and people protesting everywhere. I'm glad that he's safe because he's a good dude and life's short, man. Thank you for joining us. 15 people in the chat room. Thank you very much for joining us. I think I'm gonna bail on this, folks. I've got a lot of things to want to get to. I've got a lot of editing stuff that I want to get to. Let me see here. What do you say? Greg remembers that the New Year's Eve where you guys played out like in Stillwater area in some fucking antique store. Yeah, dude. And we were all tripping out. Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. That was crazy. It was like Lower Afton or some crazy shit. And the Chromas played out at this. It was a blizzard outside too. We played out at an antique store that my drummer or my roommate's girlfriend's dad owned this antique store or like a furniture store, and we had a Necroma show with a bunch of bands and like 10 kegs or some crazy shit. Someone stole a keg. There were fights. There were fucking tripping balls and drugs everywhere, and yeah, it was fun. Tony, that's a good memory. That was a good time. And we totally just rented a PA from EMI and through this little show. It was fucking fantastic. Veronica, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it. I am going to split, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. It is, Brandon is working on some TikTok stuff as well. I know it's not metal, but you know what? I love all music. So, and I love TikTok stuff. So, I would love to play some of that on here and talk with him about his rap stuff, not just the Krog stuff that he's doing, because he's a fantastic metal artist, but not many people know that. I mean, people know that TikTok does other stuff, and he's a fantastic rapper as well. He's fantastic. So, yes, Joe Spanbauer is Joe the sound guy. Yep, Joe Spanbauer. I just talked to him the other day. Like I said, I'm doing a fucking it's a bunch of tie-dyes for him is what I'm trying to say. So thank you guys for joining me. Hour 40 minutes in, 15 people in the chat room. Thank you very much for joining me. Again, don't forget to check out Anti-Broadcasting Incorporated. Good friends of mine that do screen printing. Please check those guys out, antibroadcasting@gmail.com or 612-836-9488. If you're looking for screen printing, hit those guys up. They are fantastic. They get a great turnaround. They've got fantastic gear. You can check those guys out. Also, Lowbrow Saints Tattoo Collective over in Minneapolis. Good friends of mine. Again, Lowbrow Saints Tattoo Collective, 612-353-4755 or lowbrowsaints@gmail.com. Hit them up for a quote. If you're looking to add some color to your life, hit up Lowbrow Saints Tattoo Collective. And again, I'm the Hexican. I'm Greg. I'm whichever one you want to call me. Just don't call me late for dinner. But thank you very much for joining me, man. It's always a pleasure to see you guys and talk with you and chat with you. I'm looking forward to doing this. Don't forget, next Friday, I am doing an interview with Will Maravellis here in the studio. I'm going to be in the studio. He's going to be on Zoom. So we're going to do a Zoom chat, and it's going to be our first one, so it'll be kind of different. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He works at 1459. He runs a big studio, runs a studio space, a place that has a bunch of band spaces, and I believe he's opening up more band spaces, so we'll talk to him about that. We'll talk to him about 1459. We'll talk to him about all of the stuff that he's recording in the next months to come. So thank you very much for joining. I am out of here. Thank you very much. Again, I can say thanks a million more times. Check out ritualmadnesspodcast.com, and we're fucking out of here. Peace out.
Ritual Madness Podcast. Ritual Madness Podcast. Ritual Madness Podcast. Ritual Madness Podcast.